Innovation is a word often heard in the media and in society. Have you heard of the word innovation in commercials or at home or in school? Do you consider yourself to be an innovator? We are all innovators, since to innovate is innate. It is natural to have great ideas, to solve problems, and to make our world a better place. But what we do with those ideas is the essence of innovation. Of course, parents and teachers tell kids that they are creative and that they can solve problems. Kids know about cool inventions and aspire to be successful inventors. But are you challenged to be innovators? Do you know the difference between invention and innovation? There is a new book released in March 2017 called Ingenious: How Canadian Innovators Made the World Smarter, Smaller, Kinder, Safer, Healthier, Wealthier, and Happier. Authored by His Excellency, the Governor-General of Canada, David Johnston and Tom Jenkins. There is also a children's book version called Innovation Nation to follow. These books include interesting examples of Canadian innovations which have made an impact on our world. The main difference between invention and innovation is that whereas an invention involves the creation of a new thing, an innovation can involve either the creation or the improvement of a product or process to make a positive impact. The impact could be better efficiency, safety, care, health, communications, transportation, entertainment, economy, governance. The kinds of impact go on and on. The next time someone says, "Let's not reinvent the wheel," just remind them that the wheel was innovated over and over again to become better and better. Also remember that an innovation does not need to be a thing. An innovation can be the creation or improvement of a club or organization, a sports activity, an art form, or even a new country. After all, the creation of Canada is an innovation that is now 150 years strong. So how do innovators innovate? We know that innovation is the creation or improvement of a product, a thing, or a process such as an action to make a positive impact and difference in our world. In the books Ingenious and Innovation Nation, there are hundreds of examples of Canadian innovations and cool suggestions for how to innovate, such as be creative, find fellow innovators, learn about past innovations, do research, integrate various areas, develop an idea, make a plan, test and improve the innovation, find investors, determine intellectual property, and ultimately assess the impact on our world. This is a lot to remember. So just as scientists develop the scientific method, or engineers use a design process, let's create an innovation cycle. A simple way to approach the innovation cycle is to remember important words that begin with the letter I. After all, the letter I is for innovation. But inquiry, ideation, incubation, and implementation also start with the letter I. And the most important part of innovation is impact. What will the impact of the innovation be? How will the innovation make some product or process even better? Let's get started on the innovation cycle, which includes 4 phases. Each of the phases of the innovation cycle is ultimately related to impact. How will this innovation make a difference? The innovation cycle is not a series of linear steps, but instead it is a repetitive process with revisiting of each cycle. Innovation is challenging, and it is fun to question, explore, create, plan, test, act, and assess over and over again. The inquiry phase is the opportunity to research past innovations and question current problems or issues. Here, the desired impact or difference can be identified. The ideation phase is the time to work with others to think about possible creations or improvements that address the issues or problems to make an impact. The incubation phase includes testing and changing the innovation to make sure that it's the best that it can be before implementation. The last phase of implementation involves plans for launching the innovation and assessing its impact. The best part is to have an innovation celebration when the innovation is ready to be shared with others. An innovation celebration can be anywhere. An innovation can be shared and celebrated in person or virtually too through innovative technologies. Have fun with the innovation cycle and happy innovating.
Created using Powtoon.